Good morning everyone and welcome to day 5 of the readathon. I didn't record anything yesterday, which is why I'm so confused about which day it is. Basically, I didn't really do anything yesterday apart from work, get really stressed and then argue with someone on the internet. So that was not ideal and I didn't really want to vlog anything while all of that was going on. So I just didn't, and I'm going to upload another video today, which should have been day 4's day instead, because I've got some videos pre-recorded. I might as well upload something. Today I have some good plans. I do need to tell you about what I have been reading since I last spoke to you, but my plans for today are, well, I've made a to-do list actually on my phone because I have the day off work, thank God. I've got a lot of things that I want to accomplish. On the list I've put go to the gym, which I'm trying to hype myself up to do, but so far I've just been lying in bed. Return books to the library, which I can do after the gym. Do a small food shop, except I haven't made a shopping list and I want to do that on the way back from the gym, so maybe I just won't do that. I don't know. I really hate food shopping, guys. I need to catch up on another video that I have been vlogging along for. I don't think I've told you about that one, so I'll just stay quiet until it's up. I need to do some housework, so I need to change the bed sheets, I need to hoover, vacuum, and do the dishes. I need to edit a video to upload today in place of my day 4 vlog. I need to record something, I think. I don't really need to because I'm ahead on my recording, but since I have the day off I might as well record something if I have the time. I'm meant to be doing a ton of reading because it's a readathon, but you know, I need to choose a new read because I finished The Gravity of Us on Wednesday, and then yesterday I finished The Rape of Nanking, which I will talk about shortly, but I don't know what I'm going to read next. So last night I decided to pick up Saga Volume 3 because I know this isn't contemporary, but I just needed something a bit different to kind of de-stress, and looking at pictures of a graphic novel helped me to de-stress. I didn't get all the way through, I'm about a third of the way, so I'm going to finish that this morning after the gym probably. And then last thing on my list is to vlog everything. I'm really enjoying doing these daily vlogs, and I have had a comment that told me that, I don't want you to go and check it out, but basically a comment told me that I have a boring personality and my vlogs are dull, and that's why I'm not bringing in the big numbers, because I talk about my lifestyle stuff rather than just reading in reading vlogs. But that's what I like doing, so I'm gonna go and get dressed and get ready for the gym now, because if I don't hype myself up now, I'm just not going to go. It's only 8:30, so it's still quite early for my day off. I did wake up at 7 o'clock and didn't really get a lie-in, so that's a bit disappointing, but I will have a lie-in tomorrow if it kills me. I'm just about to head off to the gym. I managed to get myself up, which is nice. But before I do, I just wanted to tell you about my thoughts on The Rape of Nanking, which I finished yesterday as an audiobook. It's non-fiction, it's historical about the massacre that happened in Nanking, China during World War II when the Japanese invaded. It talks about the lead up to the invasion and kind of the Japanese, how the army is treated, kind of their mindset and how they react to things, or reacted rather. And then it talks about the massacre and some of the events, the bigger events that happened there. And then it goes on to talk about how the world treats Nanking now and how the world reacted to it compared to how they reacted to Nazi Germany. For example, Germany is very, very good at teaching its citizens what happened during the war, where everything went wrong, how the Nazis treated everyone, and basically they cover the war crimes. And I think the German education system is top-notch when it comes to talking about that stuff. I've got cousins who live in Germany who are German, and which is why I feel like I can say I think it's excellent. But in Japan, they apparently kind of treat the war as though they didn't do anything wrong, and Japan was not the one at fault, and they don't really talk about the massacre. And American history books also don't really cover the massacre for the most part. I've never heard of it. I didn't even know when I was younger that Japan had invaded China, or that Japan was really involved in World War II at all, until a bit later on when I was like 17, maybe up to 20. I must have learned something about it because now I have a bit of knowledge. So the book covers kind of the start to the end and talks about how problematic the entire thing obviously was, and how disturbing and dark and gruesome. I did enjoy the book. I would give it 3 stars as an audiobook. I think I'm going to have to reread it to absorb the information properly, because there were a lot of statistics, numbers and things, and when the author was talking about how like X amount of people were killed and then X percentage managed to escape, I wasn't really able to focus on those numbers in the car. So I feel like I got that it was gruesome and horrible, but I didn't really get the exact facts. So I'm going to have to reread it as a physical book. I'm hoping my library has it, but I don't think it does. Overall, it's a very solid book and it covers a very important time in history, so I'd recommend checking it out if you can. Maybe not as an audiobook, because the narrator didn't really capture my attention in the car, and I think if you listen to audiobooks while you're doing other things, you might not really engage with it so much. So now that I've told you about this, I'm going to go off to the gym. I'm going to drop my books back at the library. I'm back from the gym now. I managed to do 4K in 22 minutes. I was going mostly for speed this time, and since I hadn't eaten before I went to the gym, I decided to do like fasting cardio, which is apparently what the professionals are calling it. I just wanted to get out of the house and go to the gym, so I didn't eat breakfast beforehand, and I've noticed that I tend to be able to run better in the evenings after I've like kind of perked up for the day, because then I have some energy. Considering I didn't eat anything and I managed to do 4K in 22 minutes, I'm really pleased with that. I probably could have carried on a bit longer at a slower pace, but I didn't really want to. I just wanted to get to the library, drop my stuff off. Speaking of the library, I dropped my books off and then I picked up 2 more books. These ones are ones that I already have as ebooks. This first one is A Boy and His Dog at the End of the World. I received this one as a review copy and I got about halfway through, but then I put it down, and I think I'm going to read it as a physical book in order to kind of force myself to read it and then return it to the library. I then picked up Contagion by Terry Terry. I've read some of Terry Terry's books before. She did a trilogy that started with Slatus and then was Fated and something else. I really enjoyed those. They were sort of dystopian set in Buckinghamshire, which is where I live. This one I think is a thriller, and I've had it as an ebook for a while. I got it for like 99p when it was on sale. I saw it there. They've got the whole trilogy in my library. I didn't pick up the whole trilogy at this point, but I know that it's there if I want to carry on with it. I thought this one would be a good one to recap. The chapters are really short, so it should be a really fast one to read, so I could read this one for Thriller-a-thon. Now I'm going to eat something. I got myself some pastries from the supermarket. In case you don't know, this is kind of going off on a tangent, but I'm trying to reduce my waste. I'm going to be talking about that a bit more on my channel once I've decided what kinds of videos I want to do and how I want to relate it to BookTube. Speaking of these pastries, I can't find anywhere in my new town that does pastries or baked goods that don't have plastic wrapping on them. All of the bakeries that I've been to and all of the supermarkets seem to have their pastries in plastic, and it's really freaking annoying. So I'm on a hunt, on a mission in my town to find baked goods that don't come in plastic. I will let you know how that journey goes, and I will also hopefully be doing some more videos in March, or from March rather. I'm maybe going to be doing one a month on like sustainability, zero waste. Not that I'm at zero waste yet, but working towards it. Vegetarianism and climate change. So that's something that you might look forward to. I'm really looking forward to sharing my thoughts on all of that, because it's something I'm really passionate about and I haven't really shown that side of me on BookTube yet. I'm going to go and eat something now because I am starving, and then I'm going to go and shower, and then I'm probably going to edit my video for this evening, and then I need to pick my next book because I haven't decided on my next book yet. I have spent most of the day reading Saga. I'm not gonna lie, this isn't related to Contemporary-a-thon at all. I had 3 graphic novels that I really wanted to read, so I read them. Now, since I've done all of the tidying up that I need to do, bar the living living room is still a bit of a mess. Before I do that, I'm going to choose my next book, and I think I'm going to read an ebook. I'm really in the mood for an ebook. I'm trying to decide whether to read something from my Contemporary-a-thon TBR, which I posted a couple of weeks ago, or if I should read the guest list, which I received as a review copy recently. I'm really in the mood for that one, so I'm leaning towards that because I really want to mood read and read something that I'm kind of the most interested in order to not get into a reading slump. So while I am leaning towards that, my other options are perhaps Yes, No, Maybe So, another Christina Lauren book because I need to read another one of those, and that one's green as well actually. It's my favourite half night stand, so that would fit for one of the challenges that I haven't got to, or I might decide to read that tomorrow. I'm a bit indecisive at the moment, and when I get into these moods I'm quite keen to get into my next book as quickly as possible, because if I leave the indecisiveness to sort of fester, it means I don't want to read anything and then I'll get into a reading slump, and that is not something I want to do in this readathon or during February when I'm trying to read 29 books in 29 days, which by the way I'm up to 18 now I think, and it's only the 14th, so I'm doing really well. But anyway, I'm going to have a scroll through my Kindle now, see what's there and choose a book. I have decided to start the guest list because it's one that I'm most excited for. I don't think it meets many of the challenges, probably just dark, and that might be it. I haven't looked up the challenges since the first day, so I can't really remember. So I was going to start that now, except I am starving and I can't focus. So I've ordered a Nando's. Quillen should be getting home in, I don't know, an hour or something. I've ordered a Nando's. I need to go and collect it because they don't deliver in my area. So I'm going to head out, go and get that, and then try to read before he comes back, because I can't eat the Nando's until he gets here. So hopefully there's not much traffic on the M25, although that's a silly thing to say, and then I can finally eat something because I am starving. We don't have many snacks here, to be honest. I probably should have prepped more for this week because there's no food in the house. Hey everyone, back in the kitchen again, just about to tuck into a Nando's, but I read a little bit of the guest list. I'm not very far through, I'm about 7% of the way in. I'm glad I chose this one because it's certainly a fast-paced read. I was wrong about it being set in the Highlands. It's actually set on an island off the coast of Ireland. Not quite the Highlands at all, but it's still stormy weather. Very atmospheric so far. I'm only 3 chapters in, so I'll update you a bit later with my kind of overall thoughts on however far I get. I don't think I'm going to finish it tonight, but I should certainly make some good progress. So I'll update you then. I am just about to get ready for bed now because I am quite tired. Quill is back and honestly we're both exhausted. I've read a little bit more of the guest list but not much more, so I can't really give you like final thoughts on it until tomorrow. But just know that I am enjoying it. I'm glad that I picked this one to read. I think I was really in the mood for like a stormy atmospheric thriller, and I'm really looking forward to carrying on tomorrow. So my plans for tomorrow include the goat sanctuary. We're going there for a fry up, like a full English breakfast. I think that's probably it tomorrow. I'm probably hopefully going to do some gaming because I haven't done it in a while, but I'm mostly going to be reading, I think, because I've been a bit stressed this week, so books are definitely the way to go to help me de-stress. Thank you so much for watching today's reading vlog. Sorry about yesterday, and sorry I guess that there wasn't much reading going on in this one. It's just, you know, been busy. I wasn't really in the mood for contemporary, so I didn't want to get into a reading slot. But tomorrow should be a bit more entertaining, and there should be some, well, I'll let you know my final thoughts on the guest list. I'll let you know what I'm going to be reading next after that. I'll speak to you all in my next video. Bye!